Neural friction can make or break, well, actually it breaks. It just flat out is bad. It is preventing you from getting everything you want from your workouts. It doesn't matter if it's cardio, it doesn't matter if it's stretching or yoga, but particularly if it's strength training. You want strength, you want power, speed, size, muscle? Yeah, neural friction is going to prevent all of that from happening to the level that you want. So what is neural friction? Well, real quick, remember, your muscles do not turn on, contract in response to a weight or an exercise. They respond to your brain, okay? So when your brain wants a muscle to engage and work, that tells the muscle what condition it needs to be in, there's a signal that's created in the brain. It goes down your spinal column, your central nervous system, branches out through your peripheral nervous system, and eventually it reaches your muscles. So what ends up happening is that signal is what's in control here. It's what is telling the muscle to either contract or not contract, and to the degree it can contract. Now, it's not really this way to a large degree, but for the metaphor, just kind of bear with me here. Imagine this signal as it travels through your nervous system. Your nervous system is like a system of pipes. Okay, we're looking at a cross section here of pipes. So the bigger and the clearer the pipe is, the more the signal can flow through it. All right. Now, neural friction happens because stuff gets gunked up in the pipe. Okay, it's sort of like how stuff gets gunked up in our arteries and the blood flow doesn't go through very well. Stuff gets gunked up in the nervous system as well through disuse. Okay, so if a pipe is just sitting there, it gets rusted, corroded, stuff builds up, and as a result, the brain says, okay, I want to send the signal to a muscle, go, and the signal just, it goes real slow, or it may even just stop entirely. Like sometimes I'll ask people contract a certain muscle just standing there and they can't. The muscle just doesn't do anything. The signal's getting stuck somewhere. So this friction is preventing your muscles from contracting to the degree they need to contract in order for you to get the gains that you want. But what ends up happening is if you're in an exercise situation, your brain is still trying to think, okay, well, I don't have my glutes on or my hamstrings, but I still got to get to a standing position. I still got to stand or squat or whatever. So what it ends up doing is it sends the signal to whatever muscles have an opening, and it'll use those muscles primarily instead. This is how a lot of muscular imbalances come about, and also how we get a lot of injuries and things like that. So the solution is get rid of the friction. How do you do this? How do you clear this crap out? Well, imagine the pipe. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's the best thing to do is send stuff through the pipe, and as it goes through, it wears out all that rust and crud and junk and gunk, and it opens it back up so that it can flow more freely. Okay? This is done not through an exercise or anything, just simply using the muscle, turning it on. Isometrically is good. Okay, so if you're having trouble with your biceps turning on, you stand there and just hands in your pocket, you're waiting in line at the bank. You know, and it doesn't have to be like swearing, like posing like a bodybuilder or anything. Just turn it on, you know, back of the shoulders. This is something I recommend doing every single day. Every single day. You can even do it, you know, flying across the ocean. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, back. Get the back working and stuff. The more you tell these muscles to turn on, the more that signal goes through those pipes, and it'll blast through that friction right away and create faster synapses so that it can reach the muscle. And it's wonderful. It feels unbelievably great because you're accessing muscle that you didn't have access to before, and suddenly you're stronger, you're more powerful, and everything's balanced out, and it feels wonderful. This is going to be a big game changer for you. It's going to make everything different. It's going to make all your exercise feel different. You're going to feel wonderful. Put stress into the muscle instead of the joints. I can't tell you enough how great this is going to be for you. So practice it. Let me know if you have questions below. Be fit, live free.